Hi guys, this is Mattias, and even though you see me taking off in a jet here, this is actually an assault video. Just want to give you the context of how I got into a quite good position for the SVK-8.6. Now this said DMR is what the video is mainly about, but it's also not my primary weapon. I'm using it as the secondary weapon that you can have with the assault class only. And the primary weapon that I will be using throughout this video is going to vary with weapons that I've already covered or that I soon will cover in dedicated videos. Now for the ones of you that have been watching my streams on my main channel lately, you know that I will be using a suppressor the moment I get that unlocked, and I do that for every weapon, and of course the SVK is no exception. So first thing first, I want to get to a good position, and I want to stay somewhat hidden, at least for a few kills, before I have to take other types of engagements, you know, when people shoot back. And here, I'm not going to get directly behind the enemies, but at least I'm going to get into a very good flanking position. And I even put down a spawn beacon here, even though it wasn't in the best position. Now the thing that makes the SVK so good is that it is a 2-hit kill at any range. However, that also applies to headshots. You see, you don't one-hit kill with a headshot with this weapon, so if you go for it, well, you get the satisfying sound of a headshot, but unless that player is hurt from before, that's not gonna kill them any faster. Now there are plenty of players that prefer other DMRs than this one, and down the line obviously I'm gonna cover them all, but the engagements that you see in this video will speak for itself to why I really prefer the SVK. So now the obvious drawback of playing this style is that you run out of ammo quite quickly. You'll see that throughout the video a couple of times, and without a reliable support player in your squad, that can very easily end an otherwise great kill streak. Now the one mistake that I've been doing a lot, according to you guys watching my streams, is that I fire this weapon too fast. You need to let the recoil saddle before you fire the next shot, at least if you need that type of accuracy because of the range of the opponent. Can be a little bit hard to resist the urge of just firing away when you see the enemies stack up like this. Oh, they got wrecked. This weapon is pretty sick in the right situation. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like this map, but maybe if you try this playstyle, it will make you change your mind. Who knows? Now what I also really like about this playstyle and this setup is that it allows you to counter snipers without forcing you to give up your close range weapons. So if you are more of a run and gun type player, if you are more of a PTFO type player, then this might be exactly what you need if you need to counter one or two pesky snipers that are trying to pick you off, as they are just camping the flags rather than actually trying to capture the flags. So now the build that I have for this weapon is as follows. Starting off with the standard suppressor. In all the footage in this video, however, it's likely that I will replace that suppressor with either the long or the light suppressor. I'm using the extended barrel, the ribbed stubby is my forward grip, the LDS 4.5 scope or sight, the standard 10-round magazine and the standard ammunition, and also the first red laser. And again, I just want to point that out that this is the build for this video. It is not the build you're going to see me use in the future, because I'm going to get rid of the laser and have a better suppressor and perhaps also the faster magazine. We'll see about that. Also, at this point in time, I'm actually leveling up the NVO at the same time, but normally I would go with a weapon that is more suited for closer range than the NVO. The NVO is more of an all-round, it's actually quite good at medium and longer ranges, but, well, that's what I have the SVK for in the first place, right? The TR7, on the other hand, combined with the SVK, now that's another story. Oh! So, there are two obvious drawbacks with this playstyle compared to like my normal playstyle, which is engineer, and that is obviously you can't counter tanks and you run out of ammo really fast. Now the first problem, well, the only way you can do that is to rely on your teammates or change class yourself. But the second thing, even though the most reliable and the most safe way to get resupplied is to get it from a squad mate or at least a teammate, it is far more enjoyable to do it this way. Check it out.
Let's move!
Like if I want to be with you at the point or so. Here, this is...
Oh, take a shot! It's like every time.
Here, for example, I felt like I could cover your revive if they would re-peek. I could get them, and so that was nice. But then on the point, it just...
Yeah, that's why I prefer assault. Yes, obviously this is a great class for flanking, since you can set up the spawn beacon and you and your squad can respawn behind the enemy, getting a good flank or getting a good position, shooting them from behind. And flanking is something I want to show you at the end of the video here, as somebody was asking me about the assault class during one of my streams, and I got a quite good example out of it. So please enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, this is the assault class, so I'm using this one and the NVO. SVK-8.6 and NVO. It's perfect for flanking and then dropping the spawn beacon. So if you get in a good position, like this, maybe not the best, but you just put down the spawn beacon and you can respawn here, right? And going on this flank, you end up in long-range engagements. But you might as well do the opposite. This secondary could be like a shotgun or an SMG, and you do the opposite and you go very intensive instead. This is the drawback of playing assault, is that you are not playing engineer. I'm trying to provide spawn points for my team here. What a massive flank. Can I survive this? See? I couldn't... That was the power of two weapons. But now I'm low on ammo. problem is I'm out of ammo. So with a support player there.